Hello, everybody. You can call me Hunch. And today we got a special co-host. Right? Are you with me? Are you ready for this? Yeah? Okay. We're going to be talking about a project that I think has bottomed. Now, if you're new here, I talk about Bitcoin DeFi mostly. It doesn't mean it's the only thing I'm invested in or I think is going to do well during this bull run. I also think things like other L1s like Solana, right? I don't really talk about those. Those are kind of self-explanatory. You probably should have exposure to those like Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche if you like those. But I talk about Bitcoin DeFi stacks specifically, which is an L2 under Bitcoin. And I called this bear chop like 6 months ago. Here we are. I think we're absolutely at the bottom. The project I want to talk about is Sovryn, okay? So Sovryn is integrating with a project called BOB or Bob, build on Bitcoin. They're also coming out with this Bitcoin OS layer. It has something to do with CK rollups, so on and so forth. I posted this the other day. I said the best way to invest in Bitcoin OS, and under it, they responded, take a closer look at Sovryn. I also know one of the founders of Sovryn. He also said there will be another way. I'm not sure if that's confirmed or if there's some other type of project that's being built under there, or if there's a token or if there's not a token. I don't know any of that, but just I think there might be maybe some creative ways to get exposure to this new L2 or roll up or whatever it is. I'm not sure. There's not consensus on what they call these things. So here's the Sovryn chart. I actually think that we've bottomed. This was a nice little downward wedge here, and we popped up. I do think that we are pretty much at the bottom for Bitcoin DeFi, right? We've had this massive downward draw, right? You can see that in things like Arcadico Finance here, right? And Track absolutely going down. Now, Track is kind of like the chain link of BRC20s. They're coming out with the TAP protocol, so it's not specifically Bitcoin DeFi, but I do think the charts look very similar. Another one that I think looks very similar is Valar, right? Alex, all those things under it. I think we're absolutely bottoming. And are you doing okay here? You holding up here, buddy? Yeah? Can you keep going? Yeah? Can you keep going? Okay, we'll keep going. So I absolutely think we're hitting the bottom. I think Stacks is going to form this nice little kind of cup and handle here in the future. Absolutely one of the biggest bets for Bitcoin DeFi and everything under it. You've got the Nakamoto release with the 5-second block times, SBTC. You've got institutional signers coming on with that. It's obviously went through the SEC. They got investigated. Even though they approved them and so on and so forth, a whole bunch of controversy. But I do think institutions will be paying attention to some serious developed L2s, maybe something under the Sovryn because the brand has been there for so long, or something like Stacks and the things under it, so on and so forth. So I do think you need to be paying attention to what an institutional grade investor would be looking at, right? Someone with a lot of money is not going to be going into meme coins. I do think the bull run is going to return here. If you've been with me, we've done really well in some of these projects. We've not done so well in things like BitVM or Bitcoin Virtual Machine. I don't know if that's a scam still, but we kind of remove and add to our theoretical portfolio as we go. So Sovryn, I think it's bottoming. I don't know when exactly. I mean, I think it's now, and when it's going to go up, I don't know exactly. Obviously, everything that is high quality will go up when Bitcoin starts going back up. So I think that is something you need to be looking at due to this huge drawdown. It's at like a $36 million valuation or 40 million, somewhere around there. So I think it can get over $1 billion, right, which is over a 20x from here. So with relative low risk compared to other projects. That doesn't mean it will go over $1 billion. That doesn't mean it's not risky. It just means when you categorize all these different projects, it seems like an established Bitcoin DeFi protocol would have lower risk. So anyway, do you have anything to end on, sir? Anything at all you want to say? Want to say something to the audience? You just want to give them with my huh? Okay. Anyway, you could call me Hunch. You can call him Little Hunch. Let's get it.